Hi, I'm Megan Murray, owner and founder of Valkyrie Collection here in Kitchener, Ontario. This is a fantasy clothing brand that started out as cosplays and costumes for Comic-Cons, but now is whimsical, fantasy-inspired clothing that you can wear in your day-to-day life. So back in college, I started sewing with costumes for myself and my friends when we were going to Comic-Con and Fan Expo. And when we started, one of our first costumes that we did was a Game of Thrones costume. Another one was for the TV show Vikings. And doing those specific costumes really sparked something in me, and I wanted to make more of those kind of pieces. So I started vending at the local medieval fair, and over time, making costumes kind of evolved into making medieval and fantasy-inspired day-to-day clothing that you can wear to be the most, whimsical fantasy version of yourself. I want to make sure that my designs feel good on different people. They fit different body shapes, different sizes. I don't want something that just looks good on a mannequin. You should be able to feel like the most fun, whimsical version of yourself, that fantasy that you have in your brain of what you would want to wear if you could. I want to bring that to life. So Valkyrie is really about self-expression. It's about wanting to feel whimsical and fantastical, but not giving up that comfort and practicality that comes with pieces that are well designed. So, for example, this Diana dress that I have on is the Diana Mini, but the adjustability in it is being able to have the tie-on shoulders. So I can adjust the straps from the front and back. I could have the bows down here. I could have them up on the shoulder. I could crisscross the straps in the back and wear it as a halter. There is also the lacings on the sides so that you can pull in the bust a little bit more or the waist a little bit more. It adjusts to the measurements of each individual person. So there's a size range. This one here would be a 6 to 10. I also have a 0 to 4. My largest size is 24 to 28. So hopefully there's adjustability and a wide enough size range that everyone can find something that feels good on their body. And also, when you're talking about practicality, you can't forget pockets. Because you need to be able to carry around your things, and having large pockets means you don't need to have a purse. You can wear a purse if you want a purse. But details, fun. Sometimes you just want to make sure that it has both. When I was showing the pockets the other day at a medieval fair, one of my customers' partners was there, and he was aghast. He's like, "These are larger than men's pockets." Like, yes, when you have an entire skirt to put a pocket into, you might as well have it be large, because there's just space to work with. So when I'm designing something new, the first thing that I want to start with is what sort of a feeling that I want my clothing to give. Do I want someone wearing it to feel playful? Do I want them to feel ethereal? Do I want them to feel strong? From there, we're going into source material. So I'll look at my favorite fantasy and medieval television shows. I'll look at museum pieces. I'll check out different time periods. And from there, it goes right into sketching and then making prototypes. I want to make sure that my designs evolve with real feedback and that they work on a whole range of different body types. So all of my samples, I make sure to have people wear test them and let me know if they feel really good in them and also if they are practical for day-to-day life. So I didn't originally plan for this to be a business. It started out as a hobby, and then when everything shut down for the pandemic and I didn't have my retail job, Etsy orders just exploded. I think people were looking for a little bit of magic while they were stuck at home. And being able to do something that I love that brings people joy, I thought, oh my god, this could actually be my job. This could be my life. Originally, I was making all of the things by hand. Everything was made to measure. I did start working with a small manufacturer to create things in small batches. It just makes it a little bit more affordable and attainable for my customer base. But I do still take on custom orders to have that creative outlet and to have my hands-on creation process within my business. People are surprised when I tell them that I have no formal training in this. I went to school for broadcast television, so no fashion experience, no tailoring experience. This is all just things that I have learned through trial and error, making costumes for myself. So if you ever feel like you're not qualified to chase a dream, just remember all of this started with a borrowed sewing machine and a YouTube tutorial, and we got there in the end. Handmade work takes time, and the difference between something being mass-produced or made to order is a lot of the time. It's someone doing each individual item and step in the process themselves versus having a team and having high-end machinery. So I think once people realize that discrepancy, the difference in price starts to make sense, but it's just figuring out what works best for which customer and what product. Time is definitely a big part of the magic and creating a wonderful experience and a wonderful product for someone. Supporting small businesses has a real impact. Being able to help someone pay their rent and feed their pets and just grow their dreams is just so important to me. Like, personally, I try and get all of my groceries at the farmer's market when I can, just keeping my dollars and my business within my community, knowing that, like, the baker and the farmer that I'm getting this from is down the street. Like, I could know these people and interact with them on a day-to-day basis. Some of my absolute favorite places locally are Thatch and Fringe, where I go and get my hair cut. I've been going there for ages. I was never a person who actually had a specific salon that I stuck with, but Charisse and everyone there just are so passionate about what they do and so good at what they do. Another one that I actually needed to get snacks for when we were shooting today is Sweet Lou's Cookies. I order from these guys way too often. I'm, I think, on a perpetual sugar high from it, which is why I have too much energy all the time. So I really hope that the impact that I have with Valkyrie is letting people know that you don't need a reason to get dressed up. You don't need to be going to a ball or going to a battlefield. You can wear things that make you feel like a queen, that make you feel whimsical and fantastical and like the best version of yourself, just in day-to-day life. Like, I'll wear something like this to go to the farmer's market, or to clean, or to paint the ceiling of my studio, because I'm a crazy person, but it works. And being able to live your life in clothing that makes you feel good is just such a special thing, and I wish that more people felt comfortable doing it. So right now I am launching some new designs. My Florence Pinafore pre-order is on my website now, so make sure that you check that out. But I'm also doing new colors and a couple of new designs related to my Diana dress, which is what I am wearing here. So there's going to be some plaids, some darker fall colors, and a few new designs that are in a similar design inspiration to this dress that will be coming out soon, so make sure that you keep an eye out for them. Pre-orders for those new designs should be coming up either end of July or beginning of August. The good thing about pre-orders is they mean early access, a little bit of a lower price point, and also you get first dibs on your favorite design and color combination, so you make sure that you get what you are looking for. And then, if some of the pieces have already shown up and you're in the area, you can make sure to come by the studio and try something on in person. So then you know exactly how it feels and you are confident in your choice. If you want to support Valkyrie Collection or just follow along, make sure to find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. The handle is all at Valkyrie Collection. And just know every comment, every bit of feedback is really important to me, and it just means the world. And if you feel like you really want to have a little whimsical piece of clothing for yourself, you know where to find me now. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you have the power to be the fantasy version of yourself.